So in this case, you have a 3 by 3 matrix. The elements are 2, 0, -1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 5. If I pick the first row, you preferably want to pick a row or column which contains more zeros in there. If I pick the first row here, now you have to remember the sign for each element. The sign of each element starts with plus here always, and then alter between plus and minus. So the plus, minus, plus. This would be minus, plus, and then again the sign alter between plus and minus like that. So that would be a sign of each element. So the sign for first element here, 2, is positive. So here we put positive, and the element is +2, and then you have to multiply this with a matrix which is called its minor matrix. To find a minor matrix, we just simply draw a vertical line and horizontal line through that element, and whichever elements that these two lines don't cross, those would be the minor matrix that you're looking for. That would be 2, 3, 3, and 5. Okay, the next step is to write the sign of the second element, which is minus, and the value of that is 0 times a matrix, minor matrix for that. Now, the minor matrix for this, we need to move, again, the line here into the second element. You draw a vertical and horizontal line to the second element, and whatever elements that these lines don't go across, that would be the one that would be the minor matrix that you're looking for. So for the second one would be 1, 3, 1, 5. Actually, this is also known as who cares, WC. We don't care about what this, because it's multiplied 0, so it doesn't matter what this minor matrix is, because we multiply by 0, the result would be 0, so we could kind of like ignore that one. But we're going to move on to the next one. The next element, the sign is plus. So here the sign of the next element is plus. The value of that here is -1, which is right here, -1. So we just put -1 here, times the matrix, minor matrix that we need here. Again, we're going to move this line here to the next element. So here, again, whatever elements that these lines don't cross, which would be these elements here, would be the minor matrix for the next one. So here we have 1, 2, 1, 3. Okay, let's review this quickly. First, you pick a row or column. You preferably look for a row or column that contains more zeros in there, so we don't have to worry about these minor matrix that need to be multiplied with these elements. So the first one, you make sure that you know the sign of each element. So the first sign obviously is positive, and all the sign alter between plus and minuses. So the sign for this element here is positive, which is right here. The sign for the second element here is minus. The sign for the third element is plus. And the value of those are 2, 0, negative 1, 2, 0, negative 1. And then we draw these lines, vertical and horizontal line, through each element to find the minor matrix. And once we do that, then we find the determinant for 2 by 2, and then we find the final answer. So remember, the determinant for 2 by 2 matrix A, B, C, and D is equal to AD minus BC. So in this case here would be 2 times 5 minus 3 times 3. And over here, this would be 1 times 3 minus 2 times 1. And this whole thing is 0. We don't even have to bother with calculating that. So this whole thing would be 2 times this number here. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 minus 9 would be 1. So it would be 2 times 1. And then we have minus 1 from here. So this would be 1 times 3 would be 3. 3 minus 2, which is equal to 1. So it would be minus 1 times 1. So we have 2 minus 1, which is equal to 1. That's how you find the 3 by 3 matrix. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I'm confused. I'm confused where you have the where you solve for the 10 minus 9 and 3 minus 2. I thought we were going to multiply the answer, the 2 times 1, but instead we subtracted. The multiplication didn't carry down from the WC, where you have the little multiplication symbol. Yeah, right there.
Mm-hmm. So
why is it subtraction instead of multiplying?
Okay, I see what you're saying. Let me go ahead and redo this part here. Make sure you can follow it. I'm going to go ahead and delete all this part here and redo this again. The first part, we know it's come from right here, so that would be 2. And then this matrix we already figured is equal to 10 minus 9, which is equal to 1. So it would be 2 times 1 minus, if you want to go ahead and write down the next one, would be 0 times, I put here who cares. So it doesn't matter what the value of this is, because it's multiplied 0 would be 0. So I don't even have to bother with calculating that. But over here, that would be minus 1 times, so this would be just 1, and that's why I got 1 here. So over here I got 2 minus, this is just 0, whatever that minor matrix is, minus 1, so that's why it's 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. If you were going to calculate this minor, would be 1 times 5 minus 3 times 1, which would be just 5 minus 3, which is equal to 2. But this 2 times 0 is 0 anyway, so you don't have to bother with calculating that. Do you follow that now? You can go ahead and respond.
Yeah, I do follow it now. Thank you for verifying.
Okay, very good. All right, any other questions?